Record now.
Yeah. Oh no, I won't be here tomorrow. My daughter has a big show tomorrow. But I can be here tonight to support. It's travel. It's a giant 5-hour concert. The musical is great news. They did that like 3 weeks ago. Alright guys, I'm gonna go check. Maybe I'll be right there, okay? We need to keep you in there. Wait. Say it right. Okay, cool.
Oh my God! It tickles any faster! Alright, here we go.
I don't know where it's at, but it's better than yeah, you should. Oh. you guys want to see it. So far? No way.
And then Brian's like,
Sorry, totally faked out.
We actually went to work in airport like 15 months ago from here. And yeah, so we just walked in and like, hey, do you have a student lessons or like we do actually the also flying. And she kind of trusts me a little bit, so that's why my scrolling is a little scary. Like the other day, I accidentally pulled something which could have turned on the engine while we were in the air. While we were practicing for agencies, we would have been completely fine. I had full trust that we would be fine. But it was kind of weird.
I wish I could screenshot it. Yeah, you guys are going to start. All right, we'll see the show.
wait for another 2 hours to get out. do. This guy said the horse can do. If he says the horse can do.
I'm picking Valentine, cause on the morning line, the guy's got him figured at 5 to 9. Questions, this guy says the horse has to. I know it's Valentine, the morning's work looks fine. Besides the Johnski brothers, a friend of mine.
Boys, I got three box noise. He says, great grandfather was happy boys. Show class, show class.
I gave Valentine, cause on the morning line, the guy's got him figured at 5 to 9. This guy says the horse has to. Goes on, I got the horse right here.
Brothers and sisters, resist the devil and he shall flee from you. That is what the Bible tells us, and that is why I'm here today, on the devil's own street, in the devil's own city, prepared to do battle with the forces of evil. Hear me, you gamblers, with your dice, your cards, your horses, pause and think before it is too late. For you are in great danger, and I am not speaking of the prisons or the gallows, but of a greater punishment that awaits you. Repent before it is too late. Just around the corner is our little mission, where everyone is welcome to seek refuge from this jungle of sin. Come and talk to me, and do not see me as Sergeant Sarah Brown, but as Sarah Brown, your sister. Join me in resisting the devil, and we can put him to flight forever. Remember, friends, it is the Save a Soul mission, located at 409 West 49th Street. Open all day and all night with a special prayer meeting on Thursday at
Poor Miss Sarah. I wonder why a doll like her is mixed up in the mission.
She's a beautiful doll, right, with 100% eyes.
Yeah, it is bad. Such a doll like her. Waste all her time being good. How can she make any money from that?
I don't know. Maybe she was a piece of the mission.
Yeah.
Hey, Betty South Street.
Carry the horse. How are you? You know Nicey Johnson?
Yeah, I do.
How goes it?
Nice.
Say, tell me, does Trip find a place for his crackers?
We don't know.
The heat is on.
Well, tell her I'm loaded and looking for action, because you see, I just acquired 5,000 potatoes.
$5,000?
Where did you acquire it?
I acquired the one of my father.
Everybody's looking for action. Oh, I wish Nathan finds some.
Lieutenant Brannigan! Mr. Southstreet, this Police Department.
Well, pleasure. And you boys see Nathan Detroit? Which Nathan Detroit is that? I mean the Nathan Detroit that can run the Floyd crap game around and get away with every single night. I'm moving to a different spot. That Nathan Detroit.
Why are you telling us this, Ron?
Because I know you two. You three bums work for Detroit, rossing up new customers for his crap game.
We do?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, you can tell him for me that I know that he's trying to find a spot. Well, nobody's gonna give him that spot, especially when Lieutenant Brannigan is breathing down their neck.
Hi, Nathan.
Oh, look, I'm having terrible trouble. You see, everyone's scared on account of that lousy Brannigan.
Mr. Detroit.
Hey, Lieutenant Brannigan. I hope you know I wasn't talking about you. You know, there are other lousy Brannigans.
Mr. Detroit, I was just talking to your colleagues about your crap game. It seems you're having a bit of trouble finding a spot.
Well, the heat is on, as you must know from the fact that now you have to live off your salary.
Did you find a place?
Did you find a place?
Did you find a place?
What does that cop want from me? What am I, a sex maniac? Look, I merely run a crap game for the convenience of those that want action. In return, I take a small cut. Is that a crime? Yeah?
Nathan, did you find a place?
Did you find a place for the game?
Did I find a place? Yes, of course I found a place, all right? We're holding the crap game tomorrow night at the Radio City Music Hall.
How are you gonna fix the ushers?
I tried all the regular places, the back of the cigar store, the funeral parlor.
Nathan, you once said there might be a chance at the Biltmore Garage.
I was at the Biltmore Garage. I spoke to Joey Biltmore himself. He said he might let me take a chance and let me use this place if I give him $1,000.
$1,000 in cash.
He won't take my marker.
Your marker's no good, huh?
What do you mean? A marker ain't just a piece of paper that says, I owe you $1,000, signed Nathan Detroit. A marker is like a pledge, which a guy cannot vulture. It's like not saluting a flag. See, my marker is as good as gold. Only Joey Biltmore don't think so. Doesn't seem right, you know? Me without a livelihood? Well, I've been running this crap game ever since I was a juvenile delinquent.
Nathan, can't you do something?
What can I do, Benny? I'm broke. I couldn't even buy Adelaide a present today. You know what day today is? Today is mine and Adelaide's 14th anniversary.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, we've been engaged for 14 years.
Nathan, concentrate on the crap game. The town's the key with high players. The Greeks in town.
Pretty bottle face.
Spring and Slim.
I know, all right, I could make a fortune, but where can I have the game?
The Biltmore Garage wants a grand.
But we ain't got a grand on hand.
And they've now got a lock on the door, on the gym at Public School 84.
There's a stock room behind McCloskey's bar.
But Mrs. McCluskey ain't a good scout.
And things being how they are, the back of the police station is out.
So the Biltmore Garage is the spot.
But the $1,000 we ain't got. Why is good old reliable Nathan Detroit? If you're looking for action, no furnace to spot. Even when the heat is on, it's never too hot. Not for good old reliable Nathan, for it's always just a short walk to the oldest established permanent floating crap game in New York.
it will float again. My boys will let you know where it's going down.
Okay, Nathan, set. You know, well, flip for some action. Sky Masterson. Sky Masterson's in town.
Sky Masterson? Well, now there's the highest player of them all. Higher than the Greek? Higher than anybody. Benny, why do you think they call him Sky? That's how high he bets. I once saw him bet $5,000 on a cockroach. Then another time he was sick, but he wouldn't take penicillin on account that he had bet 10 C's that his temperature would go to 104.
And did it?
Did it? Sky's so lucky it went to 106. Good old Sky.
Well, why don't you just borrow $1,000 from Scott?
Oh, no, not from Sky. With him, that kind of money ain't lending money. It's, what do you call it? Betting money. Wait a minute. Why don't I just bet him $1,000 on something, huh? What?
You would bet with Sky Masterson.
Of course. Look, I ain't scared. I'm perfectly willing to take the risk. I mean, granted, I said I can figure out a better with there's no guarantee of me losing. You see, he likes crazy bets, like which lump of sugar will a fly land on? How far can you kick a piece of cheesecake? Cheesecake, that's it! Look, I need you to run into Minnie's bakery and ask her how many pieces of cheesecake she sold yesterday versus how many pieces of strudel.
How much cheesecake and how much strudel? We want to know that for.
Figure it out, right? Wait, beat it! Here comes Adelaide! Finds out I'm running a crap game, so nothing to put on me again.
Hello, Nathan, dear.
Oh, hello, Adelaide, pigeon.
You go ahead, girl. Order me a tuna fish on rye and a chocolate sundae with tomato ketchup and mayonnaise. Okay, Adelaide. You know, we gotta get back to the hot box.
Why, you still rehearsing?
Yeah, that slave driver Charlie, he's been working us all day. So finally I says to him, look Charlie, I'm starving and I gotta get out of here and get something to eat, right? And he tells me,
You don't want nothing to eat. You just want to sneak out and get that cheap bum in the Detroit.
What did you say to him?
well, I told him, I said, I'll make whatever I want.
Well, don't make yourself upset, honey. Say, how'd you go?
Much better, thank you. Nathan, happy anniversary.
Present for me?
I hope you like it.
Belt.
Read the card.
Sugar is sweet and so is jelly, so put this belt around your belly. Honey, you shouldn't have. Look, about your... I was going to get you the diamond wristwatch with the gold band and the 2 rubies on the side.
Nathan, you shouldn't have.
Don't worry, it's quite alright, because I did. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all right. I kind of like it when you forget to give me presents because then it makes me feel like we're married.
Married? Well, don't worry, honey. One day I'll be in the money and you'll have more mink than a mink.
Nathan, I can do without anything. Just so long as you don't start running a crack game again.
The crack game? Adelaide, what an absurd thought.
1,200 cheesecake and 1,500 strudel. What?
Yesterday, Minnie sold 1,200 pieces of cheesecake and 50 strudel.
More strudel and cheesecake? It's great.
Nathan, what is this?
Nothing, honey.
Hey, Detroit!
Any news yet? Not now. I'll let you know later. Hey, the children. Close one.
And what's that about?
His wife's having a baby.
So why is he asking you?
Because he's nervous. You see, it's his first wife. Right. Look, Adelaide, I'm expecting a fella, and I know that you're hungry, but I need...
Nathan, are you trying to get rid of me?
What? No, I just want to make sure your sandwich doesn't get soggy. Hey, fellas, why don't you take Adelaide here to the drugstore? You see, Adelaide, you got a cold, and it's right across the street. You know, there's a lot of open manholes around.
Nathan, you're so thoughtful. You're just the sweetest person. Goodbye.
Masterson! Hey, glad to see you, Sky.
Hey, Detroit, I'll promote you.
Hey, Vince, Sky, you look great.
I feel great too. I spent 2 wonderful weeks out west of Nevada. Beautiful scenery, healthy climate, and you know, I beat him 50 G's at blackjack.
50 G's?
50 G's.
Say, you gonna be in town long?
No, I'm heading down to Havana tomorrow.
Havana?
Hey, the Sons of Action down there. Hey, why don't you come with me this time?
No, I'm caught up in other things right now. Say, why don't you accompany me to Mindy's to enjoy a piece of cheesecake?
Oh, no, I'm not that hungry right now, but tell me, how is Miss Adelaide?
Oh, she's fine, still dancing in the hot box.
I suppose one of these days you'll be getting married.
Well, we all gotta go sometime, right?
Yes, but guys like you and I, Nathan, we can fight it. Now, as pleasant as the doll's company may be, you gotta remember, she must come second place to Aces back to back.
Sure. Say, you hungry yet? Why don't we drop by Mindy's for some cheesecake, strudel or something?
No, I think I'll just go check on the late results.
But you will admit that Mindy's has the best cheesecake in the country.
All right, yes, I will admit that Mindy's cheesecake, I'm quite partial to it.
But wait. But yet there are some people that prefer Mindy's strudel. Offhand, which do you think she sells more, the cheesecake or the strudel?
Well, I never gave it much thought, but assuming everyone is as I am, I would say she sells much more cheesecake than strudel.
For how much?
I'm sorry?
For how much?
Nathan Detroit, I never knew you to be a betting man. You always take your percentage off the top.
Well, for all time's sake, I figured I'd give you a little action. How about I bet you $1,000 that yesterday Mindy sold more strudel than cheesecake?
Nathan, let me tell you a story.
Oh, no, here we go.
When I was a young man about to go into the world, my father, he told me a very valuable thing. He said to me, son, he says to me this way, I'm sorry I am not able to bankroll you to a very large start, but not having any taste to give you, I'm now going to state you some very valuable advice. One of these days in your travels, a man is going to come to you, and he's going to show you a brand new deck of cards on which the seal is not yet broken. And he is going to offer you a bet that he can make the Jack of Spades jump out of this deck and squirt cider into your ear. Do not bet this man, for as sure as you stand there, you are going to end up with an earful of cider. Now, Nathan, I don't claim that you've been clocking Mindy's cheesecake, but I
Wait,
can't...
Scott, you don't think that I would.
Look, if you're still searching for that action, I'll bet you the same $1,000 you don't know what color necktie you've got on right now. Well,
No bet. Blue! What a crazy color.
we took Adelaide to the drugstore.
Not yet. Bother me later.
Any nicely rusty how's it with you fellas? Not bad.
Yeah, we took Adelaide to the drugstore today, and she said for you to be sure to pick her up at the show at the Hot Box.
And so,
Yes, dear.
Yes, dear. Oh, that's husband talk if I ever heard it. Nathan, you're trapped. And Adelaide's got the doll that is most difficult to rid of.
But I don't want to get rid of her. Sky, I love Adelaide. But a guy without a doll, well, if a guy doesn't have a doll, who would holler at him?
Look, I'm not putting the rap on dolls, Nathan. I'm just saying a guy should have them around when he wants something, easy enough to find.
Not dolls like Adelaide.
And figure and wait for age, all dolls are really the same.
Anyway. Wait a minute. Sky, how come you ain't got a doll? How come you're going to Havana alone without one?
I like to travel light. But if I did wish to take a doll with me to Havana, there is a large assortment available.
Well, not real high-class dolls.
Really? Alright, any doll, you name it.
Any doll in my neighborhood. We bet on that then? We bet it's out there that if I name a doll, you'll take us to Havana tomorrow?
On Lady Love Detroit, you've got yourself a bet.
Let's see. Her! I name her. Her!
Someday I'm gonna take a pickaxe and rip up Broadway end from end.
They do that every day. Do you take sinners here?
Indeed we do. Sarah,
How do you do?
my name is Abernathy, Arifai Abernathy.
Sky Masterson,
What's wrong?
What's the trouble?
my heart is heavy with sin.
You poor man.
I've spent my life in gambling and evil betting. I've suddenly realized just the terrible things that betting can lead to.
Agatha! Coffee.
Haven't I seen you somewhere on Broadway before?
No, it's possible. I've been wandering around trying to gain up the courage to come in here.
And you're willing to give up gambling.
Gladly. I would have never become a gambler if I hadn't fallen with these evil companions, but they were always offering me these suck-up bets.
Here, young man.
Thank you. No, it makes me feel nice to just talk to you people.
Well, you should go and talk with Sister Sarah. I'm so glad you found this.
Well, the Bible does say, seek and ye shall find.
Very good. You know, I always want to talk to sinners like you, know, while they're every day trying and...
Why don't you try the nighttime?
What is that?
Well, being a former sinner myself, I can tell you the best time to find sinners is between midnight and dawn. You might even want to try an all-night session against the devil.
Well, a very good suggestion indeed. Thank you, Brother Masters.
Of course, you're welcome.
Coffee's so good. I wonder why it isn't a sin.
That's a fine old gentleman. I suppose he sort of looks after you here.
We look after each other.
Of course. I suppose when one goes someplace, the others will follow.
Yes, of course.
Of course.
Here are a few pamphlets I'd like you to read. I think they'll give you a good deal of comfort.
Thank you.
And we'll be holding a midnight prayer meeting on Thursday, which I'm sure you'll wish to attend.
Of course. You know, I hope you don't think of getting out of line here, man, but I think it's real nice to see a pretty a nice-looking lady such as yourself sacrificing for the good of others, you know, staying in this place. I mean, do you ever go anyplace else? Travel or something?
I'd like to go to Africa.
Africa. That's pretty far, but, you know, there's tons of wonderful places just a few hours out of New York by plane, at least. Have you ever been on a plane, Miss Sarah?
No.
That's wonderful.
Here are a few more pamphlets I'd like you to read.
Thank you. Of course, I am going to need a lot of personal help. My heart is as black as 2 feet down a wolf's skull.
I'll be speaking at the Thursday prayer meeting.
I need private lessons. How about we get dinner sometime?
I think not, Miss Masterson.
My apologies. I was just blossoming under the warmth of your kindness. That's wrong.
What's wrong?
It's not Proverbs, it's Isaiah.
It's Proverbs.
No, I'm sorry. There is no peace unto the wicked. That is Isaiah, chapter 57, verse 22. Isaiah.
Isaiah.
Now, there's two things that have been in every hotel room in the country. Sky Masterson and the Gideon Bible. You know, I must have read the good book 10, 12 times.
You've read the Bible 12 times?
What's wrong with the Bible? Besides, in my line of work, the strangest information comes in handy. I once won 5 G's on a parlay. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Tell me, Mr. Masterson, why are you here?
I told you I'm a sinner.
You're lying.
Lying's a sin, ain't it? Look, I'm a big sinner. You get me? It's 8 to 5, the others will follow. You need sinners, don't you?
We're managing.
Let's be honest, this mission is laying an egg. Why don't you let me help you? I can bet I will fill this place with sinners.
I don't bet.
Then I'll make you a proposition. When's that big meeting of yours? Thursday? I will guarantee you 12 genuine sinners. Furthermore, I can guarantee they're going to sit here and they're going to listen to you.
And what's my end of the bargain?
Have dinner with me.
Why do you want to have dinner with me?
I'm hungry. Here.
What's this?
Sky Masterson's marker for 12 sinners. You don't think it's good? You can ask anybody in town. I owe you 12 genuine sinners. I'll pick you up tomorrow at noon for dinner.
At noon.
Well, it'll take us a while to get there.
To get where?
My favorite restaurant,
And where's that?
El Cafe Cubana, Havana.
El Cafe Cubana, Havana.
Where do you want to eat? Howard Johnson's?
Havana?
Why not? The plane gets us there in 5 hours, back the same night, and the food's delicious.
I now realize, Mr. Gambler, when you were describing the blackness of your heart, you didn't do yourself any justice.
And I now realize, Sister Sarah, that no matter how beautiful a sergeant may be, she's still just a sergeant.
Please, go away.
You know, why don't you change your pitch, Sarge? Come to the mission, one and all, except guys. Oh, I hate guys.
I don't hate anybody.
Except me. Well, I'm relieved to know that's just me personally, and not all guys in general. It's nice to know that somewhere in the world there might be a guy who appeals to the sergeant. I wonder what that guy will be like.
He will not be a gambler.
I'm not interested in what he won't be. I'm interested in what he will be.
Don't worry, I'll know. For I've imagined every building, from his strong moral fiber to the wisdom in his head, to the homey aroma of his pride.
So you have wished yourself the Scarsdale Galahad, the breakfast-eating crook,
I shall meet him when the time is right.
You got the guy all figured out, huh?
I have.
Even when he smokes, all figured out.
All figured out. When my love comes along, take a chance. He'll be just what I need. Not some fly-by-night Broadway romance.
And you'll know at a glance by the 2 pairs of pants.
By the calm, steady voice, feet on the ground. As I run to his arms, that at last I come home safe and sound. And till then, I shall wait. Until then, I'll be sure. When my love comes
No, you're talking about love. Can't dope on it like that, whether you're picking a guy or a horse.
I wouldn't expect a gambler to understand.
Well, would you like to know how the gambler feels about the big heartthrob?
No.
I'll tell you. Mine will come as a surprise to me. Mine, I'll leave to chance and chemistry.
Chemistry.
Yeah, chemistry. Suddenly I'll know when my love comes along. I'll know that it's there. I'll know at the sight of her face how I care, how I care, how I care. But I'll stop and I'll stare. And I'll know long before we can speak. I'll know in my heart. I'll know, and I won't ever ask. Am I right? Am I wise? Am I smart? I'll just stop and I'll stare at that face. In the throng, yes, I know when my love comes along, when my love comes I'll stop by later in case you want to crack at the other cheek.
Take a chance. My love will be just what I need. Not some fly-by-night Broadway romance. Until then, I shall wait.
Who's this?
Nathan Detroit.
Okay, fine, it's Joey. What do you want?
Joey, I'm calling about the, you know.
The what?
The crap game.
The what?
The crap game.
Hold on, Nathan. I got a customer.
Hurry it up, will you?
It'll be $8. What do you want, Nathan?
The crap game!
Hey, don't say that over the phone. Suppose the cops are listening.
Oh, sorry, this is the dice game. Look, Joey, is it okay if I use your place for the game tomorrow night?
If I get $1,000,
You'll get it tomorrow.
then call me tomorrow.
Joey, if you're gonna have that attitude, I'll have the game someplace else.
Have it someplace else.
Where else can I have it? Joey, look, the dough is guaranteed, alright? Would I ever lie to you?
Yeah.
I'm getting the dough from Sky Matheson.
How do you know that?
It's a bet. I can't lose. I bet him that he couldn't take a doll with him to Havana.
Why couldn't he?
Because she's not the kind of doll that goes to Havana!
Where does she go?
She don't go no place. That's why I know I'm gonna win.
Hey, Nathan, I wouldn't be so sure. I mean, it's a doll, not a horse.
But Joey...
Listen, there's not going to be a crack game here unless I get my dough in advance.
Come on, Joey. You've known me for a long time.
That's why I want it in advance.
Look, I can't talk anymore right now, right? I need to go meet Adelaide at the hot box. Joey, can I at least tell the guys that the game will be at your place?
If I get $1,000.
Fine, you get it. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I hope you get stabbed by a stool breaker!
And now, for the grand finale of our Around the World review, we take you down to the farm with our star, Miss Adelaide, and the hot fox, Farmerettes.
fine. Say, what have you got here?
A book.
A book? Adelaide, you're always reading books. You're starting to become a regular bookie.
Nathan, this is very interesting. The doctor gave it to me. I went to him about my cold.
Well, how is your cold?
It's the same. And so finally the doctor asked me how long I'd had it. And I told him a long time. And I said I thought it was on account of my dancing with hardly any clothes on, which is what I usually wear. And he told me to read this book because he said he thought it might be due to psychology.
Oh, gee, you haven't got that, have you?
Nathan, this is the kind of psychology that tells you why girls do certain kinds of things.
All right. Say, would it happen to tell you whether a certain doll would go for a certain guy, which you wouldn't normally think that she would do so?
Well, what do you mean?
Well, I'm just for instance. You see, there are certain dolls that you can almost bet wouldn't go for certain guys.
Nathan, no matter how terrible a fellow seems, you can never be sure a girl won't go for him. Take us.
Yeah.
Anyway, Nathan, starting with next week, I'll be getting a raise. So, with what I'll be making, I wondered what you might think. Maybe we could finally get married.
Married? Well, don't worry, honey. Of course we're going to. Sooner or later.
I know, Nathan. Achoo! But I'm starting to worry about my mother.
Your mother? What about your mother?
Well, this is something I've never told you before, but my mother back in Rhode Island, she thinks we're already married.
What? Why would you think a thing like that?
Well, I couldn't be engaged for 14 years, could I? People don't do that in Rhode Island. They all get married.
Now, why is it such a small stain, huh?
Anyway, I wrote I was married.
You did, huh?
Uh-huh. And then after about 2 years,
What after about 2 years?
well, I told my mother we had a baby.
Adelaide, you told your mother that we had a baby?
Well, my mother wouldn't have understood if we hadn't.
What kind of baby even was it?
It was a boy. I named him after you, Nathan.
Oh, Nathan.
You're welcome.
Wait a minute. Where is this Nathan Jr. supposed to be now?
Well, he's at boarding school. I wrote my mother he won the football game last Saturday.
We got a bet on it.
But Nathan, that's not all, Nathan.
Oh, no. Adelaide, don't tell me he has a little sister.
Well, all those years, you know how my mother believes in big families.
Just give me the grand total.
5.
Your mother must be a glutton for punishment, huh?
Anyway, Nathan, now we're finally getting married and it won't be a lie anymore.
Adelaide, how could you do such a thing, though? To a nice old broad like your mother.
But Nathan, you don't even know my mother.
But I'll be meeting her soon, and what do I tell her? What do I tell her I did with the 5 kids, huh? Trade them to the Phillies or something? I mean, what are we gonna do?
Well, we could get married.
No, but marriage ain't something that you just jump into like it was a kettle of fish. We ain't ready.
But I'm ready, Nathan. What do you think I have in this here box? Nathan, what do you think I have in the box?
Sally's wedding shop? Gee, I can't guess.
It's a wedding veil. And I've had it for 3 years. But I won't show it because it's bad luck. But would you like to see it?
It's bad luck.
So you see, Nathan, I got the veil. All we need now is our license and our blood test.
Wait, oh, what?
Blood test. It's a law.
What a city. First they closed my crap game, now they're gonna open my veins.
Nathan, you're not planning on running the crap game again, are you?
No, Adelaide, why would you say that? But why do you think I gave up the crap game? It's because I love you. And I want us to be the happiest married couple that there is in this world.
Has anybody seen an earring out here? I don't think so. Yeah! I was all dated up tomorrow with Society Max and he purchased it on account of your dopey crap game. Honestly, Adelaide, I pity you. Ow! Here it is!
Adelaide, look at me. I'm down on my knees.
Oh, get up! It reminds me of your stupid crap game. Achoo!
Look, honey, you're getting yourself upset, okay? You and I are gonna be alright. After all, we love each other and we are going to get married.
Well, I don't believe you anymore!
But it's true. Come on. You'll feel better tomorrow, honey. Can I see that smile? That's my girl. I'll see you tomorrow.
toxic or hypertense. Involving the eye and the ear and the nose and throat. In other words, just from worrying whether the wedding is on or off, a person can develop a cough. You can feed her all day with the vitamin A and the bromophiles, but the medicine never gets anywhere near where the trouble is. If she's getting a kind of a name for herself, and the name is a person can develop a cold. And furthermore, just from stalling and stalling and stalling the wedding trip, a person can develop a grip. When they get on the train for Niagara, and she can hear church bells chime, the compartment is air conditioned, and the room's so warm. Then they get off at Saratoga for the 14th time. A person can develop a post-nasal grip with the wheezing and the sneezing and the sinus and really a pip from a lack of community property and a feeling he's getting too old. A person can develop a big bad cold.
Hey, nicely. What are you looking at?
Scott was just following Miss Sarah, and you should have seen her. She gave him a look that'll put her for moose during mating time.
Great. Just so we don't take it to Havana.
Havana? He couldn't take this daughter to New Rochelle. Where's Nathan? You gotta start lining up the game.
I don't know. Is Floyd trying to see Adelaide? She's mad at him. Again.
That Miss Adelaide, always taking his mind off honest work.
Yeah. It's too bad to be a smart businessman like Nathan has to go and fall in love with his own fiancée.
Betty, that is his weakness. And we must be taught him because I am told that this is a weakness worldwide. Look! What's playing at the Roxy? I'll tell you what's playing at the Roxy. A picture about a Minnesota man so in love with a Mississippi girl that he sacrifices everything and moves all the way to Biloxi. That's what's playing at the Roxy.
What's in the Daily News? I'll tell you what's in the Daily News. Story about a guy who told his wife a small ruby with what otherwise would have been Union News. That's what's in the Daily News.
What's happening on Loma? I'll tell you what's happening on Loma. Guys sitting at home by a television said who once used to be something of a robot. That's what's happening all over.
Love is a thing that has become, and it looks like Nathan's just another victim.
Yes, sir. When you see a guy with first stars in the sky, you can bet that he's doing it for some job.
When you spot a John waiting out in the rain, the chances are he's insane as only a John can be virgin.
must be interested in our work.
Very.
By the way, you spoke beautifully this morning, Sarah.
No, I can't reach these people. I should have never volunteered for this post. Well, let's go to lunch. And I was going to convert Broadway all by myself. I was going to have these gamblers just begging to come to the mission. General Cartwright.
Good morning, Sarah. Arvine.
Good morning, General.
We didn't know you were coming to town, General.
I got in just this morning. I spent the last hour trying to find you.
Oh, I'm sorry. We've been holding some extra street meetings, trying to stimulate your interest and...
Good morning, General.
Good morning. Sarah, there's something I have to talk to you about.
Oh, won't you come in and have lunch with us?
I don't have time for any of that. I have several other meetings to attend to, but we at headquarters have been speaking and we've come to a definite conclusion. We decided to close this branch of the mission.
Oh, no.
Close the mission.
But General, please, someone can do good here, even if I can't.
Sarah, there are so many other places where our work can really do good.
But we're doing much better now.
Yes, we planned a big meeting for tomorrow night. Will anyone be there? Will anyone show up?
Pardon me. I'm Skymaster.
How do you do?
How do you do? Look, I wish to protest the closing of this mission. I think that Sarah to be a real big success here.
I mean, I'm glad to hear you say that, but I don't...
Look, $1 will get you 10.
What?
Can I make a suggestion? Why don't you come to the meeting tomorrow night? Find out for yourself. Don't you think it'd be a good idea?
If I thought the mission had a chance.
General, I personally guarantee you 1 dozen genuine senators.
Hallelujah!
I'll look for you. Come out! Come on! Hurry up! Come on! You all got your carnations? Yeah! Remember, no one will be let to the game without they got red carnations. It's like a passport.
Okay, but where's the game?
I'll tell you in a minute. Nathan, is it all set? Can I tell the guys to be at the building garage?
Not yet, I gotta stall him for a while. Joey wants to go first.
But it's 11 o'clock. He will not stick around much longer.
So sue me, alright? Look, I sent nicely to my hotel room to wait for the money from Scott. He'll be there. Well, where's the dough?
It hasn't come yet.
I told you to wait for it. We needed to get some groceries. Oh, my rude. Go back to my hotel room, wait for the money from Sky, and do not come back here with that in, even if you stop. Oh, my.
Where's the game, Detroit?
Oh, hey, Harry, how are things in Brooklyn?
Detroit, look, if you do not have no place for your game, tell us. And we will seek elsewhere for entertainment.
And take it easy, Harry. I assure you that the game will be held at,
Look, Detroit, you know, I happen to be entertaining a very prominent guest tonight. I think you might have heard of her, actually, because I would like you to meet Big Julie from Chicago.
Well, how do you do, Big Julie? Welcome to our fair city, in which, as you know, the heat is on. But have a little patience and you'll get some action.
What do you say, boss? Should we stick around or shall we blow?
I came here to shoot crab. Let's shoot crab.
Sure.
Now, Nathan, you know, Big Julie is the kind of person who is not displeased. As I'm sure you can tell from those citizens who at one time or another displeased her. But you know, I will admit, it is very hard to find such citizens alive in the fact that they are no longer around and about.
Harry, you don't think I'd be so rude as to displease Big Julie here, do you?
I do.
Big Julie, believe me when I tell you that when Nathan Detroit, okay, and she's not good. When Nathan Detroit arranges you something, you can count on that.
Renegades coming.
Interesting group indeed. Cream of the crop. Angie the Ox. Society Max. Rusty Charlie. Liver Lips Louie. Hey, here they are, all the way from Brooklyn, and pardon me, Mrs. I'm terrible with names. Where are you from?
East Cicero, Illinois.
And Mrs. What do you do?
I'm a scoutmaster.
Don't help my mother cross the street. Lovely. Say, this looks like the male's chorus from Blossom Time. What's the special occasion?
Well, we...
It's a party. Of course, what kind of party?
Goodbye, girls. I'll see you all tomorrow.
With me? It is a bachelor dinner. Nathan's getting married.
That is correct, Lieutenant. Nathan is getting married.
I am? Yes, you are.
For he's a jolly good fellow.
For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow.
Which nobody cannot deny. Nathan, I'm so thrilled. Why didn't you tell me sooner?
It was a surprise.
Well, when I saw you standing here with all these fine gentlemen, I never dreamed it was a bachelor dinner. I thought it was.
It's a bachelor dinner? It's a bachelor dinner. Yes, sir, a bachelor dinner.
Gee, and to think, after only 14 years, I'll finally meet Mrs. Nathan Detroit. Time for me to fly.
Nathan, when's the special day?
What'll it be, Nathan?
Nathan, all of these fine gentlemen have came all this way to throw you a surprise bachelor party. The least you can do is at least tell them when the day is.
Well, we need time for our license and our blood test.
Gee, wouldn't it be wonderful if we could be married tomorrow night after my show at the Hot Box?
Adelaide, we need time for our license and our blood test.
Oh, I got it. You can elope.
We get a what?
You could elope. Nathan, there's this town, down south. It's
Pimlico.
No, it's not Pimlico. It's out there, Nathan. It's out there. Drive down there and they will marry you immediately. No blind cash required.
But ain't that nothing?
Nathan, that's a great idea. Elope. I'll actually let you my getaway car. My beauty.
Oh, Nathan, let's do it.
Oh, what the hell?
Nathan, I want to congratulate you. I can only hope there's nothing in heredity.
I got so many things to do before we elope tomorrow. You'll get my show at the Hot Box, right?
For sure. I'll be all dressed up and I'll have a table reserved. And I'll be dressed up in whatever you will.
I'm so excited. I ought to wire my mother, too, Lily. What'll I tell her?
Send the telegram. Date it back.
I better wait till we have 5 children. It won't take us long anyway. I'm getting married!
Nathan, what a lucky guy you are. Such a beautiful doll indeed. Don't you agree, Bob?
Tell me, how long you known the dog?
Oh, only about 14 years?
14?
Bless you, crib.
Oh, excuse me. Nathan, you better find a place for the crap games. How can I? The money from Sky ain't coming.
Maybe it won't come. Maybe he took the dog to Havana.
No, that's impossible. He couldn't have. She couldn't have. How could she? She couldn't have gone. She couldn't have.
lying down. Something to drink.
A milkshake, please.
Dulce de leche.
Alright. These are delicious. What did you call them?
Dulce de leche.
Dulce de leche. What's in it? Besides milk.
Sugar and sort of native flavoring.
What's the name of the flavoring?
Bacardi.
That's not a native flavor.
It's very good. I'll have another.
Two more.
No more, Prince. No more.
Well, the second one comes next.
Doesn't Bacardi have alcohol in it?
Only enough to act as a preservative.
You know, this would be a wonderful way to get children to drink milk.
I know more, right?
can say is if I were a bell, I'd be ringing. From the moment we kissed tonight, that's the way I've just got to behave. Boy, if I were a lamp by light, or if I were a banner I'd wave. Ask me how I feel, little me with my quiet upbringing. Well, sir, all I can say is if I were a gate, I'd be swinging. And if I were a watch, I'd start popping my string. Or if I were a bell, I'd go ding dong, ding. Ask me how I feel from this chemistry lesson I'm learning.
Chemistry?
Yeah, chemistry. Well, sir, all I can say is if I were a bridge, I'd be burning. Yes, I knew my morale would crack from the wonderful way that you looked. Boy, if I were a duck, I'd quack. Or if I were a goose, I'd be cooked. Ask me how I feel. Ask me now that we're fondly caressing. How, if I were a salad, I know I'd be splashing my dressing. Ask me how to describe this whole beautiful scene. Or if I were a bell, I'd go ding dong, ding dong, wonderful. We should stay here longer and see how wonderful it's really like.
Now, we gotta hurry if we gotta catch the plane back to New York.
I don't want to go back to New York.
I'm taking you back to New York.
Very good, gentlemen.
One thing right this evening. Like a doll like you shouldn't even be mixed up with a guy like me. It's no good. I'm no good. You wanna know the whole reason I took you to Havana? I made a bet. The whole reason we met in the first place is because I made a bet.
Well, how else would a girl meet a gambler?
Come on.
What? No, put me down!
I gotta think what's best for you.
Oh, you talk just like a missionary.
I do not.
Thank you for bringing me back. I must have behaved very badly.
Oh, don't worry about it. You were fine.
Oh, golly, I don't know how I'm going to get home with all this stuff. It was wonderful of you girls to give it to me. Sky, hello.
How are you, Miss Adelaide?
Oh, fine, Sky. Look, the girls surprised me with a kitchen shower. They went to an all-night drugstore and surprised me with a kitchen shower.
Oh, what vulgar jewelry!
Well, I think that's wonderful, Miss Adelaide. And you've met Miss Sarah here, have you?
How do you do?
Glad to meet you. You know, Sky, Nathan and I are eloping after my show at the Hot Box tomorrow night.
Oh, really? Well, it was the best of luck to both of you.
Thank you, Sky. I feel just like a housewife already. I'm gonna love being in the kitchen. I've already tried all the other rooms. Let's go, girls.
Well, Miss Adelaide sure seems happy.
She's in love.
Yeah. I guess What's up?
What time is it?
Just past 4 o'clock.
This is your time of day, right? I've never been up this late before.
How do you like it?
It's peaceful and wonderful.
You find something I haven't known for quite a while. My time of day is the dark time. A couple of deals before dawn. When the streets belong to the cop and the janitor with the mop and the grocery clerks are all gone. When the smell of the rain-washed pavement comes a clean, fresh, and cold, and the street lamp light fills the gutter with gold. That's my time of day, my time of day, and you're the only doll I ever wanted to share it with me. Obadiah.
Obadiah, what's that?
Obadiah Masterson. And that's my real name. You're the first person I've ever told it to. I've never been in love before. Now all at once it's you forevermore. I've never been in love before. I thought my heart was safe. I thought I knew the score. But this is why it's all too strange and strong. I'm full of foolish song, and out my song was born. So please forgive this helpless haze I'm in. I've really never been in
We followed your suggestions, stayed out all night looking for sinners. We spoke to a lot of them, but where have you been, Sarah?
I've been to Cuba.
Well, seems you're even more tired than I am.
Whoa, what is this right here? Nathan, what the hell is
I've seen a lot of strange things in my time, but I've never seen a car game go full blast in a mission!
Shocking!
Sarah, you know I had nothing to do with this, don't you?
It's no good, Sky. You said it yourself. It's no good.
Why not? I mean, what the hell kind of doll are you anyway?
I'm a mission doll.
We will now take a brief intermission.
Sorry. Do my round. Really great, guys.